Time for Dragon Quest II. Many years have passed since Ealfgard was saved by the hero's hand, earning him the same title as his storied forebear. Now there thrive 3 new kingdoms founded by this latest Erdrick and his scions. Yet so too thrives the darkness. A sudden invasion of malicious monsters plunged the world into shadow once again. All that stands between the forces of evil and their wicked ambitions is a band of young princes and princesses of Erdrick's line. The time has come for them to venture forth and do their ancestor proud. Whee. We're not changing any of that, so in we go. Venture for, I guess I can. Second stream murder. Hello, it Dragon Quest II. We venture forth. I need to friggin' read a new adventure log. It shall be here, as it was before. We are no longer Damien. We must be a descendant of Damien. Even though he has nothing to do with Damien himself, but whatever. We shall be the Danny. Are you happy to proceed with the name Danny? Sure, why not? Why heckin' not? Guys are gonna heckin' speak in English, because then I don't have to speak like before. We don't need that right now. No, we will play on Dragon Quest mode. Yep, I know. Thank you. Auto-saving it happened. Oh my gosh, who would have guessed?
Once upon a time, a young hero, descended from the legendary warrior Erdrick, defeated the dreaded Dragon Lord and restored peace and light to the world.
I don't remember any of that happening.
Having done so, he set off on a journey with his new bride, and together they founded a kingdom of their own. This kingdom came to be ruled by their children, and by their children after them. Under the enlightened rule of the scions of Erdrick, the nation grew ever greater and more prosperous. As the years passed, other adventurous scions forged forth into the unknown, founding new kingdoms in their ancestors' image. Thus came there to be 3 nations ruled by those descended of the hero and his maiden.
Wonder who my maiden was, because Gwaelin, he was ate real fast.
The first and oldest of the 3 was the kingdom of Middenhall, named after the castle built by the hero and his bride.
Why did I call it Middenhall?
Oh, my beautiful boy.
Thou wilt grow into a fine leader of the land. Of this I am certain.
After Middenhall was founded the Kingdom of Cannock, a nation nestled betwixt misty mountains and lush forests.
Betwixt is a fun word.
Look, husband, he possesseth thy steely gaze.
A handsome devil, to be sure. Now, what name might befit one so dashing?
Please decide upon a name for the Prince of Cannock. Caradoc. Caradoc of Cannock? That's horrible. Terrible. Terrible name. What do I want to name? Just name every character Danny. Bob. I'm just going through the mental Rolodex of my character names. With the vague recollection of what I kind of sort of remember of what this guy is like. If all foxes are Leslie. Castiel would work with the steely gaze. Besides, we all know I always name a female character. We always name a female character after her. Let's see. You haven't received the name Castiel? Yes.
It is perfect, is it not?
The very height of perfection, my dear. A mighty name for a yet mightier heir.
It looks like a little prawn.
Lastly came the kingdom of Moonbrook, founded by a spell-casting scion to whom weavers of magic flocked from the world over.
Dear, supposest thee the princes of Middenhall and Cannock might deign to play with our daughter when the three are older?
I doubt not but they shall forge a fellowship most firm, as I did with my cousins the kings. But first, she will need a name that befitteth her station. And, after great pondering, I believe I have happened upon just that. Come, lend me thine ear.
Peronel. See, I would have difficulty pronouncing that all the time. Also, I agree with the phrasing, mostly because I have no idea what she was saying. It was so weirdly phrased. Oh, anyway, I have only one magical lady of sorts, who's only sometimes a lady. But we shall bring back the Nightgale of Nightgalen. Although, depending on how things are done, I've technically done two of these names backwards. That's fun. Yeah, I'll just make her Nightgale. Considering it's like, okay, what other... if I get Tachibana as an option, that won't really work quite well. You know, we got Tachibana, or we got Tachibana. We got Jessica, which would be amusing for what things I can recall and know, but still doesn't fit necessarily. Yeah, we'll just go with Nightgale. It's been a while since Nightgale has been around.
Yes, it is lovely. And her future will be bright. I swear it.
I could have went with Bunny.
Thus did the legendary line continue into another generation.
Rip.
Some years later.
We have to start the whole thing over to change that name to Bunny. See, now you're casting a wind spell, so I could have done Tachibana.
Thou art grown most formidable. Thine ancestors' blood runneth strong in thy veins.
Oh, please, Father. Thou knowest full well mine abilities pale in comparison to thine. Thou hast mastered all manner of spells, of which I as yet know naught.
'Tis true, I was once a caster of no little renown, though now...
Father!
You got the consumption.
Alas, some matters are beyond even the purview of magic.
Come, Father. Let us repair to thy chamber. What now?
Not once has one of these people in either game said Gads.
Assemble!
Majesty, I bring grave tidings! Lookouts report an army of fiends upon the horizon. They draw ever closer.
Curse thee, Hargon!
Hargon?
Aw. That card had a treehouse. This is a lot of firing left. Ooh, treasure. There's all the turtles. Ah, and a lump mage.
Muster the castle guard! Keep them out! I too will make...
Father!
Yeah. Gotta avenge that Dragon Lord.
Sire!
Years and years and years later.
Care not for this old fool. Go to thy captain. Tell him...
Don't fear, it is too late!
That guy was obliterated.
No! No!
Begone, fiends!
Father, what is happening? What will become of us?
Still thy heart. Thou shalt escape this place.
Ooh, look at all those turtles.
Oh, I'd recognize those ugly mugs anywhere. It's the king and his darling daughter. Lord Hargon was clear in his instructions. Let no one live.
Just as I feared. But wherefore now? It mattereth not. Moonbrook will not fall today.
So you think?
They knew our faces. Then I have no choice.
You must die.
This way, my child.
Father, please, I do not understand.
Listen to me. Thou hast thy mother's beauty and her wisdom. Thou wert ever our pride and our joy. Since the day of thy birth, everything I have done for thee. I would trade 1,000 lives to live this one with thee anew.
Thou speakest as if this is the last time we shall be together. I shall never leave thy side.
Come.
See, none of this would be happening if Tessa were still around.
This is my kingdom, and I refuse to relinquish it without a fight.
He may be old, but he knows a spell or two. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Wherefore do you tarry so? Do not tell me you have had a change of heart.
I loved that
Today,
scream.
you battled the bloodline of Erdrick. Ah!
Damn. Well, sucks to be of Moonbrook. Oh wow, you're not dead.
Must warn Middenhall.
Hey, Humbug. He didn't miss much. Just monsters utterly destroying Moonbrook. The victory over Final Fantasy 1. Or God damn it. Dragon Quest 1.
There thou art, beloved son.
Hi.
Though thou seemst mightily vexed. Didst thou dream ill-omened dreams, perchance?
No, I'm good.
Nay? Good. I would not have it be so, given the choice. But enough of such talk. Today is a day like any other, and thou must needs be about thy duties. Pray, go into the streets of the city and walk amongst thy people. Speak to them of their hopes and fears, that thou might one day rule wisely over them. And thence to the practice ground, that thy sword might one day suffice to protect them.
And the heck, it depends on if I have an actual
Thou art mine
sword.
heir, but thou art also heir to mighty Erdrick, hero of legend, and thus is thy duty twofold. Thou must needs be king and hero both. 'Tis no easy path, but I trust that thou wilt tread it well.
Pray, stop by to see the item seller this day, Highness. Tidings oft travel fastest among those who cross the land in search of profit. There is much to be learned from such people, and thence to the captain of the guard, and learn that of the sword which he might see fit to teach thee.
Ah! Main menu opens by pressing Y. And we can totally recall what people were talking about. Alright, step 1. Yeah, I had a feeling it got loud again. And so I would have been completely fucking muffled by everything. This is a Dragon Quest 2. Well, we have a copper sword, a kite buckler, a magnificent shield adorned with a most mysterious mark. Not the flashiest of swords, but by any means, but it gets the job done. This ugly leather hat keeps the sun off the wearer's head and not much else. And of course, leather armor. Lightweight armor that can be relied upon against the run-of-the-mill foes. No accessories. No spells. Ooh, Mercurial Thrust. Striking enemy before anyone can... Okay, so quick attack. Cattle prod we already had before. A flying knee. A flying knee that's especially effective against airborne enemies. So I can do Captain Falcon's knee attack if enemies are in the air. It's an amazing choice. Okay. We have no shortcuts assigned because nothing going on with that. We... Thou art mine. Oh yeah, you already said all of that. Time to find treasure. Oh, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm like, why does it feel like I'm not moving any faster with either thing? It's probably because, alright, we can just turn on invincibility. It's not yet, might be under, alright, there we go, yeah. I'm just brain dead. There we go, now we can run. I already miss Nose for treasure. Hi. Greetings, Highness. May all thine endeavors, wherever they may be, meet with success this fine day. Thump, 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 thump. Highness, once more, thou tourest the town seeking to speak with thy people. Truly thou art diligent indeed. It's more that heckin' Daddles told me I had to. But sure, why not? My brother, too, is a castle god, or Moonbrook, away. I pray that soon he might be granted leave of absence and come home to visit us. He is 1 day from retirement, you know. Aye. If thou wouldst do battle with fearsome fiends, thou must needs equip thyself accordingly, Highness. But this does not mean simply seeking out the biggest sword or the stoutest armor. Even seemingly lesser items can be blessed with beneficial effects. Such as a set of plain clothes. And 3 coins. Danny peers into the mirror. A tired-looking face stares back. Ah, mood. That chest is locked. I got plain clothes. Is it better than my armor? No. The go-to choice for anyone not terribly fussed with fashion. Aye. They say that the prince over in Cannock is skilled with both sword and spell. He must be a fine young man indeed. Danny obtains more money. You are in your prime, Highness, and yet you hardly touch your food. Should you wish for a second bowl or even a 50th, you need but say the word. The king is doubtless a great man, but he is also surpassingly stern. He does not seem the type to revel in idle chitter-chatter or other such frivolities. Look at that, a feathered cap. Danny obtains the feathered cap. I cannot wear the feathered cap. Danny looks at the bookshelves. Mighty Middenhall's swordsmanship. The royal line of Middenhall possesseth knowledge of some fascinating fighting techniques. These are taught only to those of the royal blood who have proved their devotion to the art of swordsmanship. Cataprod, helm splitter, cutting edge, the list continueth. So continueth the line of kings and queens, princes and princesses, who are veritable maestros of the martial art. In other words, Cassiel would have been a better name for this character. But I forgot about that while doing the starting of it, since whatever, it's fine. Inside the pot we get a medicinal herb. It's mine. Pray take care around the teleportal that lieth ahead, Highness. Shouldst thou trip and fall into it, thou wouldst be transported to a place many leagues away in the blink of an eye. Oh no! Welcome to the Shipwright's Shrine, many leagues away. I see barrels. Kitty. Meow. Meow. And Spawn's got a moan. No! Inside the barrel. And two little herbs. The 9. Inside the barrel, a turban. I've obtained a turban. I can wear the turban. A hardy headcloth that does a decent job of protecting the wearer. Heck yeah. Got a turban now. Sadly, there's still this ugly, ugly helmet. Hi. Danny's inside the pot. Got more money. Look at that money I've got already. Okay, medals have indeed been returned in this game. Not surprised. And that's the way out. We don't want to go out yet. If at all. Another barrel. Danny appears inside the barrel. There's the Seed of Strength. Danny attains the Seed of Strength. Danny will consume it, for he is strong boy. Oh. Heck yeah, increase by 2. Oh no. The order for heading out into the world. I don't think the game anticipated that I was going to do that before doing my actual duty. Yeah, there are probably monsters out there, but I don't know if they're going to be like the same level as the starting area. Sure, well, let's just trip into the teleportal again. Oh no! Okay, back to stealing all the items I can from home. And I guess talking to people. Highness, forgive my impertinence, but art thou done with thy daily rounds? Hast thou spoken with thy people? Return to me when thou hast. It will serve thee well to stretch thy legs and ere I put thee through thy paces on the practice ground. Okay, so that's the captain. I see that pot. A cypress stick. Surely that is stronger than my sword. No. A no-frill standard stick carved from the wood of a cypress tree. At least we got a stick. You gotta have a stick. I can't do anything over here. Everything here is locked. I patrol the castle, that any rogue elements might be swiftly spotted and dealt with. Barrel. Inside the barrel, a phial of holy water. Heck yeah. Oh, look at all those treasures I can't have. Why do they always lock their armory? Treasury, I think, is the word I was looking for, but, you know, still. Pay careful heed to thine appearance ere thou tourest the town, Highness. A tousle-headed prince is hardly a fitting sight for the people. What if I like my tousle head? Oh my gosh, the town of Middenhall. A pupper. Bat. A castle, I guess. But if you fancy going faster, you do the thing that you can't do because you've already toggled it. So I'm going right back in because I just remembered there was also a church section that we didn't venture into. Oh, we'll have a talk. If you're a hero, Sir Prince, then why are you unable to cast even a single spell? It is surpassing strange, is it not? I can screw you, kid. What happened business is it of yours? My husband doth entreat me to be more ladylike, more like the Princess Gawain, wife of mighty Erdrick. But for all we know, the princess was a mischievous and spirited soul. That's a shiny floor. I did go in there, I didn't go up here. Greetings, your highness, and might I say as ever, your garments suit you most handsomely. You are dashing indeed, tee. The peace that we enjoy we owe entirely to the efforts of those who came before us. We must never forget to thank them for this, their greatest gift. Also Pogs. Yes, I want to save. I will confess unto you, I have done no wrong. I simply wish to save the game so that it's saved. And we good. Continuing? Yes. Dave's Women's Pogs. Fair. Very fair. Alright, now we'll go out about the town. Let's find someone who will puff. Didst thou sleep soundly, Highness? I myself did not. I woke in the dead of night with the strangest feeling of anxiousness. Good motto to the young prince, and a fine one it is too. Zounds, I am exhausted. I need a little respite, or perhaps even a holiday. I hear that Kennock is surpassing pretty at this time of year. The king is hard on both himself and those who serve him, and with good reason. Were it not for his unwavering steadfastness, Middenhall would not be the kingdom it is today. A pot. Inside the pot, a medicinal herb. And I'll bet all that this place is totally a cool, awesome place. You guys are trying to sell it really hard to me, the prince. Inside the barrel, an antidotal herb. Right. Examines the ground at my feet. A steed of defense. Ooh, hold on to that one. Ooh, treasure. A barrel. Danny peers inside the barrel. Look at that. It's a medicinal herb. Danny obtains a medicinal oib. Danny opens the treasure chest. Look at that. It's a mini medal. Yeah, I can get many medals. My master speaketh of silence, and yet he is one who never ceaseth to roar and bellow. Let's talk more action, curse thee. 'Tis thine arm I wish to see flying back and forth, not thy tongue. What have I told thee, worm? Craftsmanship requires 3 things. Love, kindness, forbearance, and silence. That's 4 things. Woof, woof, woof. Today, too, thou venturest forth to check upon thy people, Highness. Thou art kind indeed, kinder than we deserve, us wicked sinners. Where would you get this? Do you want me to heal so you don't have to go to the castle the whole time? Let's see what's inside the inn, by which I mean let me steal your things. How to heal, amazing. Then he opens the treasure chest. What items would you like to take? I will take all of those things that I have. 5 of a bunch of seeds for free for me. We'll hold off on using them. And experience gaining things. I'll take this. 9 coins. Look in the bag. A medicinal herb. If you're making for Cannock, you would be best served following the road to the west and stopping by Leftwine. It's the safest route I know. The northwestern route through the forest and over the mountains would get you there. The quickest, though less assuredly alive. I'm level 1, I can do fine. I'm a level 1 prince, I'm not even like a level 1 commoner or something like that. I'm gonna go into the well. Inside the barrel, a seed of stamina. And 13 coins, and a chest I won't be able to open for a while. And a phial of holy water. And this guy. Thou askest why I shun my fellow mon and hide myself away here? I can tell thee, pal, but once told, the tale cannot be untold. Art thou certain thou wishest me to spill the beans nonetheless? Yes. Well, it is because I like the damp, see? Lovely clammy dampness. Oh, we have a cute little lantern. Anyway, that was gross, man. But enjoy your damp, I guess. Barrel. Inside the barrel, a chimera wing. Chimera wing. Chimera wing. Monsters do roam freely beyond these walls, Highness. I would ask that thou return safely. To safety. It's supposed to be a shop, but no one works here. Barrels. Danny appears inside the barrel. Money. Ignore the rest of these barrels. They aren't real barrels because they have a ladder on top of them. The town groweth even more bustling and full of new buildings and new vices thanks to His Majesty. May men all go from strength to strength. Help, I'm stuck. These perilous indeed to venture around the city well as unprepared. Alright, I can talk to you now, lady. Hi! A pot. I missed the pot behind you, damn it. Highness, just the man I wish to see. I'm awaiting the delivery of a consignment of goods from fair Moonbrook. It should have been here yesterday, and yet nothing. Alas, due to this sorry state of affairs, my shelves are nigh bare. Though, if you would still like to peruse them, you'd be most welcome. You can make a shop. Greetings. If it is items thou seekest, thou art in luck, friend. How might I serve thee today? I can buy a sword I already have, or a stick I already have, or a worse shield. Look too closely and realize there's a little more than some lumber stretched over some leather, stretched over some lumber. Some lumber stretched over leather. A hat, armor, wayfarer's clothes, hardy attire made of Hessian for those who spend plenty of time on the roads. Herbs, wings, go away. The merchant of Moonbrook, with whom I deal with is a most punctual soul. Not once has he fared to appear ere now. But men are ever wont to oversleep, or to otherwise tarry. All is well, I am sure. Hi. Well, well, if it is not my dear friend Prince Charmless. Heir to mighty Erdrick, and yet unable to cast so much as a spell to ward off wards. Have you not better to do than fritter away your days in idle conversation? Still thine impertinent tongue, thou saucy rogue! Hell yeah, saucy rogue. Idle conversation indeed. The prince doth a great kindness to us all in speaking with us of our woes and worries. What quarrel hast thou with such a noble, upstanding young fellow, None. I merely thought that, being a hero and future king both, it might not befit our prince to rely on main force alone. And that a word of warning to that effect might aid him in his growth. Thou thinkest thy fit to counsel princes? Ha! Then thou art boneheaded indeed. Begone, swaggering oaf, away with you. Forsooth, and forthwith. Fear not, Highness. The people know full well the purpose of thy daily tour in the town, and of how diligently thou practisest thy swordcraft each and every afternoon. Pay no heed to the prattlings of green-eyed nincompoops. We stand firmly at thy back. But I have kept thee here too long already. Away to the practice ground, and may fortune attend thee. Okay. If by fortune you mean I'm gonna rob your pot. Heck yeah, 3 gold coins. Now we can go learn how to swing our sword. Hello, I'm ready.
Highness, come, the practice ground awaiteth, though I fear there is precious little left for me to teach thee. Despite thy youth, thy skill already approacheth mine own, nay, exceedeth it perhaps. To have tutored such a prodigy in the arts maketh me right proud. But I am yet captain of the guard, and have pride of mine own to think of. I do not mean to yield to thee just yet, young prince.
Okay. Can I cut you now?
Make ready!
These wounds! Friend, what misfortune hath befallen thee?
I didn't do it. Stay a while and listen. Welcome in, Striga Michael.
Brother! Wherefore wouldst thou abandon thy post at Moonbrook Castle? And how came thee to be injured so?
My wounds matter not. The king, I must speak with him. Please.
Of course. His Majesty will see him, surely. Come, we will take you there.
What is the meaning of this? What hath befallen thee, friend?
Majesty, Moonbrook Castle. Attacked. Monsters. A great horde of fiends.
Stay with us. I beseech thee.
Fear not, brother. We shall meet again.
No!
Rip.
He did his duty to the last, and expended his final breath that we might learn of the assault on Moonbrook. His was a grit and forbearance granted to few, and he must be given a burial befitting such heroism.
If only we were a kingdom dedicated to the healing arts instead of the sword arts.
It seemeth ill deeds are afoot in the kingdom of Moonbrook, but we do not yet know the full truth. Pray, do not speak of this until such time as the facts of the matter have been ascertained, lest panic spread needlessly among the populace. Sire, in the meantime, make ready to defend the city. I would speak with my son. Come, child. Below with thee.
Okay. No. Okay. Alright. Give me a quick second. I'm going to use the restroom. Alrighty. I believe I'm back. Huzzah. Alright. Get back to it. No, I don't want to assign shortcuts yet. The fellow spoke of a horde of monsters, yet mighty Moonbrook should surely stand firm in the face of even the largest attacking forces. Could it not? What signifieth this commotion? The soldiers of Moonbrook are greatly skilled in magic and swordplay both, and yet despite this they... How? It was a heroic feat indeed to deliver the news of Moonbrook's fall, as that poor soldier did. Brother mine, thou didst thy duty well. Now to find out where my father went. Is he in here? No. Those are all locked, so it can't be any of that. No, not back here with you two. Did you go into the church? It's all a castle. You're not hiding in there either. Not too happy. He's in here again, still somewhere. Yeah, we'll find him. Oh, there we go. See? Result a miss. The king himself had just now exit the castle. The king just swept out the blackest of expressions on his face. Which way did he go? Oh, off to the right there. Okay.
Another such tragedy befell our world some decades since. A great monstrous horde laid waste to the land of Renderak. The horde was commanded by one who styled himself High Priest Hargon, fearful that the High Priest's minions might make Middenhall their next port of call. My father did shore up the kingdom's defenses and set his men to watch for monsters on the horizon. I must confess that the further the tragedy drifted in time, the more I had thought the danger past. But the similarities between the assault just now reported and the one my father described cannot be denied. Could this be another Renderak? I hardly dare believe it. We must ascertain the facts of what hath befallen Moonbrook as soon as we are able.
Okay.
I would have thee journey to Cannock, there to share these unfortunate tidings with the king of that realm. None can afford to remain ignorant if the horde is abroad. Thence, thou must visit Moonbrook, and see with thine own eyes what hath befallen it. I must needs remain here to see to our defenses, as my father did before me. Wilt thou bear this burden on my behalf, beloved son?
That's a lot you're asking me, so, I mean, I'd rather heckin' not.
Thy reticence is understandable, but it was in preparation for just such a day as this that thou wert trained, that thou might venture forth alone should the need arise. And venture forth thou must.
So you're telling me, but thou must.
Thou art
far
ready,
earlier
my
this
boy.
time.
More than ready, believe me. Well, wilt thou act as my envoy?
I mean, that was really long, so it makes me feel like something different will be said this time.
Thy reticence is understandable.
Okay.
Thou art ready, my boy. More than ready, believe me. Well, wilt thou act as my envoy?
I mean, I can guess.
I am right glad to hear it.
Don't know why I
Now,
can do
before
that,
thou
but
departest, a gift.
Ooh, money?
A necklace, to be precise. The princess's pledge. Ere he became the first and greatest king of this land, thine ancestor, mighty Erdrick, did set out upon a perilous quest to defeat the Dragon Lord. This necklace was presented unto him by a certain fair maiden with whom he did forge a firm and lasting bond on his travels. It shall surely aid thee on thy path.
Fine. Danny obtains the princess's pledge.
Now away with thee. Venture westward from our realm, and thou shalt reach the village of Leftwine soon enough. From there, cast thine eyes northward, and thou shalt espy the castle of Cannock. As thou well knowst, in Cannock and Moonbrook both are to be found others, through whose veins floweth the blood of the hero of legend. Take care, my child. I have faith that thou wilt see thy duty done.
I guess. Why do we end up back in here? Get here. I'm leaving. Before thou departest, Highness, pray take this. Ah! A proper gift. Danny receives 200 gold coins and some items for his journey and puts them in the bag. We knew that this peace could not last, and yet for Moonbrook to have fallen is a blow beyond imagining. Know that His Majesty sends thee forth as duty dictates. He is, after all, a king, and a descendant of mighty Erdrick to boot. But he is also a father, and I do not doubt that he will fret most mightily for thy safety on the road. I beg of thee, take care. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna heck and look in my bag to see what items I got. It's like more medicinal herbs mostly. Alright, well, we have a world map, a handy map that features the whole wide world, and a gift received by a hero of old from his beloved. I tried to use it, but nothing happens. I can't clean anything. Alright, well, we can save the game again. Huzzah! Yes, I will continue. No, I don't want to do that again. Alrighty, off I go. They said go west, so we'll head west. I'm lost. Yes, I know all these things. Right, you're gonna go south. A group of whatever those were. Mollusks. Drooly, gross, sticky things. Hooray. Baby experience. There gotta be something down here. It would fail Smasher Pass. Birds. That's one Stark Raven gone. Jeez, that Stark Raven seems mad. There isn't anything down here, I'm shocked. But there is a pile of goodies just kind of hanging up. Okay. A bunnicorn! He's dead. Group of enemies are defeated. Reach level 2. Look at Danny gaining 5 HP, 3 strength, and oh my god, your resilience is already above a different stat. You're doing so good, Danny. Let's get to this pile of junk. A seed of luck, a medicinal herb, a fight, slimes. You know, just to see what it looks like in the hand. Oh, right, I have to have it on me. And I don't. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to see what the stick looks like. But no stick for us. Sword only. Another pile of junk. A leather sheld. An oaken club. Is it stronger than my sword? I don't think so. No. Fairly rudimentary, but it gets the job done. Bunnicorns. Oh. Oh. I like that the Stark Raven T-poses before it dies. Junk in the water? I can't get that. That's one of the gross things. mushrooms. Seed of stamina. That's all. Sad times. Ow. Ow. Alrighty. Thanks for stopping in. You take care. And thank you for the well wishes. RMP went up by 2. Hooray. What's that? Oh, all the way in the distance there. Oh no, a ghost! Ow. That hurt. Jerk. What does the sign say? Left line. Right, mid-mole. Or we go up around that lake and get goodies. Yes. Yes, might. It should be safe. It's not across the bridge or anything. Another ghost! And there, both of them there. Oh. Ow. You know, Ghost, you are technically flying, aren't you? Oh, look at that. I appreciate that it just flat out points out, hey, by the way, the thing is actually vulnerable to the thing, which is right there. Didn't kill it still, which is a shame, but... Level up maybe, or do I need to eat an herb? How close are we to a level? 25, that's too far. I will consume 1 herb. Perhaps we'll get an herb back. A seed of agility. A seed of strength. No herb. That's fine. The seeds are better. Oh no, the gross thing. Oh. That's a lot of enemies. And the ravens, even though they're not actually flying, are vulnerable to that, but everything dies in one hit anyway, so that makes a difference. The ghost was the one that, actually made a difference, because he doesn't die in one hit. Oh. Damien contains medicinal herb and an antidotal herb. And more fucking ravens. Poison swamp. Ow. Rude. Level up. Not a bad. Ooh, that's a lot of MP. Yeah, that's not a bad level at all. And we've learned Stone's Throw. Launches a barrage of small stones at all enemies. Neat. And here's a secret spot. I know about secret spots. Ah, greetings, little one. Enjoying the spot of make-believe adventuring, are we? In that case, I suggest thou makest for the plains east of Cannock, hoping to investigate the lands south and west of the kingdom whilst in the region. I too fancied myself an adventurer in my youth. Okay, so east and south and west of the kingdom whilst in the region. I assume in the kingdom of Cannock. And also east. Or south and west of, I did go south and west of our Middenhall. Inside the bag, another mini medal. Hooray, hooray. Inside the pot, more money. And I'm not seeing... Oh, another guy. Not many know this spot, but it's an ideal place to forage for mushrooms and herbs. Similar sites can be found north of Middenhall and northwest of Cannock. Oh. So I should go back. But we're so close already to left wing. We'll go to left wing first and then check. Welcome to Left Wine. It consists of so far 2 buildings. Nope, there's a third one. Hello. This humble settlement is the village of Leftwine. It is a traveller's resting place of some renown. Inside the pot, a phial of holy water. Inside the pot, money. Into the item shop and bank. Oh, nothing for me to take here. What do you have? A bamboo pole. Too weak. A simple spear made from a length of bamboo roughly snapped down to size. A charming, if basic, makeshift shield that I can't wear. Its elegant apron has been woven from silk to ensure it hangs light as a feather. Cannot wear. Plain clothes we can wear, but are weak. We could buy more herbs. We have exactly 500 money. That's amusing. And then a bank, if we wanted to actually protect our money, but we shouldn't need to. A barrel. Inside the barrel, 10 money. Beside this horse, an herb of antidote. Arrgh! Prithee, do not startle me so. I nearly trolled in horse manure. What say you? Wicker. Okay, sorry. Hit the cough and get some water. One cannot simply spend one day's complaining about anything and everything is a One cannot simply spend one's days complaining that anything and everything is a bother. For the man who, once poisoned, cannot bother to heal himself, doth end up ere long in his coffin. Welcome to our inn, on whose comfort and cordiality we do pride ourselves. Why not stay with us a while and listen? There we go. Inside the bag, some money. Inside the bag, a medicinal herb. And a chest I can't open. Knowest thou of the Prince of Cannock? 'Tis said that he is a noble fellow, skilled with both sword and spell. In the drawer, a steed of agility. I do not need to stay here in. Thank you. Lo, thou art a child of breeding, art thou not? 'Tis plain from how thou carriest thyself. Thyself. Inside the barrel, a seed of luck. How lucky. Where art thou headed, friend? To Cannock, perchance? Long have I meant to visit the place, yet I fear I am grown too old to make the journey north. Along with Middenhall and Moonbrook, it is one of the 3 kingdoms founded by the descendants of mighty Erdrick. Hello, weapon shop. You might have actual things that I want. Like right here. Inside this barrel, another medicinal herb. Inside this barrel, 7 coins. When faced with a multitude of fiends, one must needs decide upon a strategy post-haste. Namely, if one would target the strongest foes first or the weakest. However, one's mind is made up easily when faced with enemies with the power to summon allies anew. Such adversaries must be bested before all others. You are at a loss at or to buy? Ha! Friend, speak not so foolishly. Buy all the best armor and arms on offer. You worthy for the strings of your purse? Then may I suggest you first focus on defensive equipment? Doubtless you know the saying. A weak blade has never killed its wielder. Weak armor less so. And what one lacks in strength of arms, one might yet make up for with magic skills and strategy. Yes, but what do you sell? A chain sickle, that's cool. No one's worked out yet if this is a sickle with a chain on the end or a chain with a sickle on the end. Good. A basic bronze knife. Does what it says on the tin. A protective plate adorned with some solid scales. The helm doesn't just resemble a tree trunk, it's made from one too. Lightweight armor, not leather. Lightweight armor made from countless loops linked together. Alright, well, heck, chain sickle for sure. I will take it. I will equip it. You know, as I blatantly ignore the guy telling me, hey, make sure you buy, like, armor first, just in case. No, I wanted the sickle. My beloved brother serveth in the castle guard at Moonbrook. Some days ago he did entrust his only son unto my care. Though he did promise to return ere long and spend some time with the boy, just as soon as he might learn a leave of absence. Well, you didn't hear it from me, but the kid might be an orphan. Ooh, a set of plain clothes. And a leather hat. We already have one. We've already replaced it. Out we go. Okay, where else can we go? We haven't been inside the church. We haven't been on that upper portion. And we've been inside the inn. We've been inside the item shop. This place was once but a simple supping place on the road between Cannock and Middenhall. But as the 2 kingdoms grew, it grew along with them, both in size and prosperity. Perhaps the very hero of legend and Princess Gawain herself once stayed here. Just imagine. Come, say a prayer ere thou continuest on thy journey. Okay. I will confess unto you. I leveled up a couple times. Okay. Bye. All right, now what's going on up here with you and your children? Begone, fool! Canst thou not see this is a lover's tryst? My father is a guide at Moonbrook. To hold such a post he must be a great man indeed, do you not agree? Yet better, for soon he shall return here to visit us, and shall certainly have words with anyone who speaks ill of him. The child or yonder's father doth serve in Moonbrook. His mother is long since passed away, and thus he was entrusted with the careless aunt. Okay, well, I only have 2. We'll use the one. We are going... Oh, just go to shipwrights Freaking shipwright shrine all the way down there. And regret. Off we go. I didn't actually want to be here. I wanted to, because there was apparently to the north of here is a secret spot. No, Slims. That's a cool looking chain sickle. I was really hoping it would hit both, like the whips do. You know, what with it being on the chain and everything. But instead it's just a kunai with chain. Ignoring that, there's no kunai to it at all, it's just a comma. An ant. Ant is dead. Ooh. Bannikers are going down. Bannicorn. I suppose. Oh, nope, I see it there now. I just saw the. Hi, ravens. Destruction. Followed by. Destruction. Followed by. Destruction. Whoa. Things and stuff, yay. Secret spot. A treasure. Inside a divine dagar. Did I waste my money on that chain sickle? I can't use a divine dagar, so no I didn't, haha. I've already forgotten where they said the other secret spot was. It's fine, we'll find it eventually. Either by turning on the thing or just by finding it in general. It is for the lake, which we've been to. South and west, they're probably talking about that island there that I can't get on. Bum, 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 bum. Get away, Muselix. Huzzah. Death to the raven. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Where the ford is not when, so it doesn't make sense to say where ford. Another. I guess I have the advantage in that fight. Alright, I'm not seeing anything fancy around here. Rude. Big stretch. Yeah. I need to go to the side and south of Left Wine, so...
Yeah!
Where? Pile of stuff. A chimera wing. Yeah, I think we spent. An ant.
Yeah!
I see a rock. Also an ant.
Yeah!
Blam. Level up? No. That's a rock. Oh, it's just a regular rock, okay. Fair enough. Grammatical mistake in this game. Where? What was it? I wasn't paying attention. And welcoming back. Ah. Fair. Yep, the group of enemies are defeated. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. I'm level 5, so I'll let it slide this time. Oh, my wisdom didn't go up. But they dropped a treasure. I bet it's a medicinal herb. Medicinal herb. So the group. The verb is. All of enemies is a prepositional phrase and cannot be the subject. I mean, not with that attitude. Ants!
Yeah!
Did it just shake its butt at me?
Yeah!
Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. The Iron and A are defeated. That's a lot of A, but you're right. And that's dead. Ah. You know what? Not that it excuses it, but what has probably been done is when it says the group of enemies, it's probably just replacing Iron Ant where Iron Ants is. Like, oh, just subject. Oh. Yeah, just a straight, like in terms of how they piece together that victory message. We got an herb. I mean, I feel like it's also a mistake, even though it probably isn't, just because it sounds awkward. Antidotal herb. Yeah, probably. Yeah, when there's a group of bunnicorns, it can be like the bunnicorns are defeated. There's a single guy there, which I'm not sure. We haven't run into a single enemy in a while, so I can't verify there. And it's just like, if there are multiple types of enemies, then that's a group of enemies rather than the bunnicorns and the Iron Ant. Okay. can't pick up that sparkle, but they're in that desert. There's another ant. Uh-oh. In the desert is another secret spot. Well, what's that place over there? Some sort of bridge? A spear. We can now see if it says R or is with this one. You fly, therefore I'm going to throw a knee at you. Yep, the spirit is defeated. So it's just checking for multiple enemies versus single enemies, and if there are multiple types of enemies versus the single enemy type. And does not bother to otherwise fix the Gromar. But there's a treasure. Inside is a piece of hardwood headgear. We didn't have to buy one. We can't afford it still anyway because money is super tight. Inside the barrel's another mini medal though. We already have 3 of them minimally maximal delights. And I don't have notes for treasure, so I have no idea if there's any more anything hidden, you know, at my feet or anything like that. So we just have to wait to get that. I could check that building off to the left, but we'll just go to Cannock and perhaps meet our cousin. And throw rocks at you. Heck of a dragon. Ow. Welcome to Cannock. You would think they'd be, you know, known for like their archery or something with a town name like that. But inside the box, a little bit of money. Welcome, Wanderer, to the Kingdom of Cannock. Just now, I did spy upon the southern horizon a glow of a great conflagration. I pray that naught hath befallen our brothers and sisters in the peaceful realm of Moonbrook. Allow me to impart some advice unto you. Purchase medicinal herbs and chimera wings often and in quantities great. Those who scrimp and save by buying only a few at a time win themselves naught but a one-way ticket to an early grave. Bad news. Well, with that great and terrible conflagration. I refuse to set forth lest I possess 20 medicinal herbs and 10 chimera wings. Only then do I feel suitably prepared. I think I was fully distracted by this guy wasting money buying multiples of chimera wings. It was like, you only need one to get you to town, and then you buy another one. Unless where you warp to doesn't sell chimera wings, in which case, what are you doing going there? And he doesn't buy any holy water or antidotes. Only medicinal herbs and chimera wings. Inside this pot is a stick. Though the soil here is fertile and the growing good, the insects are a constant nuisance. Not as ever easy, I suppose. Item seller, I require your strongest items. You cannot have my strongest items. Debbie looks at the bookshelves. On the handling of scrolls. 1. Scrolls are imbued with the power of many different spells and abilities and can be used to make the power of one's own. As such, they must be handled with both care and respect. 2. However, they do not allow anyone to obtain said knowledge. Okay. Sorry, I know what they mean. My brain is slow and also just in there like. However, scrolls have cool abilities and spells, but no one can use them. Exactly. Those unattuned to the arts that sleep within the scroll have nothing to gain by perusing it. 3. Scrolls are not necessarily unique. Some have multiple copies. Still, that is no excuse not to handle them with the requisite care and respect. May all those who ignore this advice be visited by the naughty stick. What? Is that... Is that some sort of sentient stick? Oh, we got a mini medal. Hi, have you been visited by the naughty stick? Kinloch is a fine, fertile, and fruitful place indeed. Its crops are delicious and bountiful both. I'm just tired. Inside the barrel is a pot lid. I have stolen the lid from this barrel. And I'll do it again. Inside the barrel, a seed. Inside the barrel, coin. Where next? To Middenhall, perhaps? And on the way, a sojourn in fair left wine to break up the monotony of the road? This is Canach, one of the 3 realms founded by the scions of mighty Erdrick, and it is a passing pleasant place indeed. Bag. Inside the bag, some money. Inside the pot, a medicinal herb. Our own prince is something of a spellcaster, unlike the Prince of Middenhall, so I hear. But they say that self-same prince is something of a master of the sword. Truly, do we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Welcome to our inn, weary traveler. We charge a lot of money to stay. Maybe. Greetings, if it's weapons armor thou seekest, thou art in luck, friend. How might I serve thee today? A lance that you can't afford. A dagger you can't equip. A fairly standard iron lance preferred for beginners. A rapier that you cannot equip. A slender sword of a refined design that comes to a fearsomely fine point. And more stuff I can't afford. The quickest way to add a few feathers to your cap. I won't buy anything from you. Price gouger. Ahead lieth Cannock Castle. Beyond thy best behavior now? No. One day I too shall be like the princess. I shall tween and tween and tween and tween some more until I'm stronger than any other. My daughter worshippeth the young princess, whereas she waketh each day at dawn to see her highness in her morning run about the town. That one is so noble that one so noble should try her hardest despite being born into comfort is an inspiration indeed for the little one. Into the castle. I'm going to steal everything I can. The throne room wherein the king and queen might be found lieth up ahead on the left side. Okay. The king and I did often enjoy a tipple together late into the evening. That is until we were discovered by the queen and scolded most mercilessly. Why, is this not Prince Danny of Middenhall, who standeth before me? Forgive us, highness. Though thou art surpassing dutiful, I fear that our own prince and princess are somewhat free-spirited by comparison. Why, only the other day the princess did think to make a poisonous mire here in the castle grounds, claiming that she wished to temper her resistances or some such. The child beggareth belief. Pot. A turtle herb. The Gower jail lieth ahead. It is not a place to be entered for one's idle amusement. I'll be the judge of that. I am idly amused. Ooh, things. Inside the barrel, a mini medal. Inside the pot, a phial of holy water. The more we stain our hands with wicked acts, the higher we climb in the ranks of the army of the faithful. What luck to be imprisoned here beside one so damnably foul. Pray, what did I do to deserve such punishment? The plaguey fiend ne'er ceaseth to entreat me to do wrong. Come, friend, the world shall soon end. What mattereth aught? With this and other such pleasantries doth he bombard me, so tirelessly aggravating that he that I am put off wrongdoing entirely. Since thou didst go to all the trouble to visit me here, allow me to share a little pearl of wisdom. There's a key in this world that can open nigh any door, just imagine. Thou art free to speak with the prisoners through the iron bars if thou wouldst, but pray approach them with care. Too late. My respect for Her Majesty the Queen knoweth no bounds. She is kind when kindness is required, and stern when sternness is the order of the day. She is a wise woman indeed. It seemeth that there are those among the people who do seek to sow discord and mistrust. How can such souls live with themselves? Oh, confess. Confess to me, Michael. Confess. Okay, you're done. You're going to keep going? Okay, well then. Goodbye. I want it, but I can't have it. Hello. Herein is kept the great treasure of the royal line of Cannock. One once possessed by the very hero of legend himself. Oh, there's a judge of that, but I can't. Oh, okay. Hi, excuse me, I'm just gonna steal your stuff. A bronze knife. A crack scroll. Danny looks in the bookshelves and took some money. Can I learn crack? No. But. Hi. Cousin! It feels like years since you last visited. Have you come seeking your playmate, my dote of a brother? Alas, he is abroad on an errand of such surpassing foolishness I dare not speak of it. Well, that's not helpful. Ah, caught by a cutscene. I am not robbing you blind.
Well met, young Middenhall.
How thou art grown since last we saw thee. Yet the furrow of thy brow suggesteth all is far from well.
Sounds! Moonbrook is fallen? Her armies laid waste by a vast horde of fiends? Yet as thou sayest, we have but one soldier's word. It would behoove us to learn the truth before acting unduly.
True.
Wait! Pray, take our boy with thee.
But he's not here.
Though some regard him as something of a featherbrained sort, he is assiduous in his daily training with sword and spell.
Where art thou, boy? Thy presence is required in the throne room.
Whatever is the matter, Daddy? If you were looking for that wayward brother of mine, I'm afraid you shan't find him here. He set off for the wellspring of the hero earlier this morn.
Even now, he marcheth to the beat of a drum entirely his own. Mine apologies, fair prince. Yet I could not forgive myself wert thou to go companionless and any harm were to befall thee. Wouldst thou be willing to journey to the wellspring of the hero and bring back my son?
Nah.
Please, Highness, I beg thee to consider that I could never again look thy father in the eye should misfortune befall thee. And my son, for all his faults, is of the bloodline of Erdrick. He would be no burden to thee, I am sure.
Forgive us for troubling thee so, but we should be ever grateful.
Once thou hast located our boy, do see he is returned to the castle. There are matters I would see discussed before you two depart.
Wow, that must have been without making me say yes.
Is my cousin Moonbrook no more?
We do not know that, dear. Let us not dwell on that we cannot control, but turn our attentions to that we can.
Quite. Summon the Chancellor. The kingdom must be fortified.
Huzzah! Nothing to steal in here. Take this. Inside the pot is some money. That's about it. I can't unlock that door. Prince Cassiel is a kindly soul at heart. He is simply somewhat blind to others' thoughts and feelings at times. Much to the amusement of his onlookers, I must say. Yeah, I definitely mixed up Cassiel and Danny. My brother has a head start, it is true, but surely you can catch up with such an inveterate dawdler as he, surely. There's even more on the place. Why now, of all times, would choose to go to a place? Now, what is the wellspring of the hero? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Quickly, in here!
Why are you dragging me to your room?
What was all that talk of Moonbrook just now?
It's dead.
Good gracious! That is terrible news, and I can well understand why Father is loath to let you go alone. Then it is decided. I will accompany you on your hunt for my darling brother.
No, thank you.
After all, if he is to play his part as a scion of the hallowed hero, then so must I. It is as I always say, age is no excuse to laze. I hardly think that Mummy and Daddy dearest will allow me to join you on your journey to Moonbrook. But at the very least, I can help you find my brother. Can't I?
You know, I will say yes to you.
Wonderful! Well, now that is settled, let us prepare to depart. Adventure awaits.
Because I don't know if you existed in the original.
But first, I must dress for the occasion. Step outside for a moment, please.
Huzzah! "20 minutes later."
Well, what do you make of my travelling togs? I sewed them myself, you know.
Okay.
Honestly, you boys wouldn't know needlework if it poked you in the eye. When a lady asks for your opinion on her outfit, you say it's stunning or breathtaking, or if you're feeling particularly adventurous, sublime beyond belief.
Yeah, but you're also my cousin.
Anyway, on the subject of feeling adventurous, let us be off. Oh, and pray do not stand on ceremony. I have a name for a reason. By all means, call me by it.
Yeah, you definitely didn't exist in the original. I don't know, I guess if we've named your brother Cassiel, we'll just make you Revia. Did she, though? Surely not as an adventuring companion. Be it temporarily or not.
Now that is settled, let us fly to the east, over field and forest, and down into the depths of the earth. The wellspring of the hero awaits.
Princess of Kettle. A royal guest. Cannock's finest is along for the ride. While with you, the princess will help fight against any enemies you cross swords with. However, she hasn't officially decided to join your party just yet. The independent-minded miss won't take orders from you, nor allow you to rifle through her items or equipment. Okay, she's a guest character. Understood. Oh yeah, initially the Princess of Canuck had long red hair. So yeah, I guess she did exist in previous things. Huh. Weird. Okay. I mean, I don't even remember her existing at all, so... But yeah, I guess she existed, but did not become a party member. She just happens to be one right now. And Janet Biden is going with Yeah, no, she's just... Yeah, I can't look at her at all. She's just a guest. A tag-along that I can do nothing about. That's the stairs of the jail. This also means I'm going to be taking all the damage, I'm sure. But off we go then, because she did tell us it's to the east. There's more direction than I had before. The fat rats. Sorry, rat skull. I guess she really lobbed that fireball. Oh, no, a durst. Blum. So many of them. I'm just gonna throw rocks at you all. Ow. Scorpion. Not who you should hit with that. Ah, you defended that. It's too little. I'm confused. Revia used Aura of Inspiration. Level 6! But I didn't use up any of my energy for do things points. I should have named her Riley. Throwing rocks. What was that? I didn't read what the start of that was. It someone who threw a piece of burning paper. I guess that's what I get for having it set to fast speed. Oh! She can take damage. Which makes her more akin to Buzz Buzz. In. Welcome. Yes, I guess it's the last spring. The spring itself is a little further in. That is where we shall find my brother performing his ablutions. Normally he foregoes the bath entirely, but today, of all days, he chose to soak himself in holy water. You, too, must think his timing is a little to be desired. No. You are generous to a fault, Danny. I am sure my brother does not deserve it. Now, enough chitter-chatter. Let us find the heir to Kennock's crown. Okay. Did you phrase it that way because you plan to assassinate him and then become the rightful heir? Treasure. Oh god, lunatics. We got so fired up we forgot what we were doing.
Ow!
Give me treasure. Inside the treasure chest, a chimera wing. Woo. Ant nibblers. Yeah, that's true. I think I'm horrendously, vastly underprepared for everything. Yeah, I only have 3, and only 13 medicinal. No, we do have 3 more there. So only 16 medicinals. Yeah, we are under equipped for everything. We're gonna die. In the treasure chest, a suit of shell armor. But now I can dress like a turtle. An ever so slightly more fashion-friendly attempt at crafting armor from reptile shells. Look at the things, there's so many of them. You were all supposed to attack already. I want to see if she can just die. Oh, she started bad-mouthing them. And now he's dead.
Ow!
Should really stop casting fire spells at liquid entities.
Hot, hot, hot!
I'm hallucinating. Never mind, I'm asleep. How dare you wake me up like that? Never shave him. all those delicious points. And we've learned how to muster our strength. Now we can do charge attacks. Like a monk casting charge or boost or whatever this is called. Focus. That's what it is. They're too stunned to move. Well, now they're gonna die. Should have thrown rocks. In fact, we'll do that right now.
Frizz! Ow! Ugh.
Traitor. A seed of luck. How lucky. Are we supposed to go downstairs? Yeah, I had a feeling he was up here. Someone is. Are you an old man? You seem to be an old man. There's some giant stone swords. Welcome to Xenoblade. Are you the brother? No. No. We still have a dumb hat. You have done well in reaching the wellspring of the hero, wanderers. The young Prince of Connaught himself did partake of its blessing just a short while prior. Drat and bother! Do you mean to say we've missed him? Alas, it seemeth so. Mayhap you will find him in Middenhall. His Highness mentioned that he meant to visit the castle once the rite was complete. Why must he test my patience so? And why Middenhall? Oh, it hardly matters. Come, let us hurry after him, lest he escapes us again. Highness, full aware am I of the urgency of thy quest, yet I fear the stormy waters of thy heart might lead thee astray. It is for you of Erdrick's bloodline to steer the people of this fair realm through the storm, not to be tossed hither and thither by it. Yes, I know. Sorry. Then come, cleanse yourselves in blessed waters, and pray for the favor of mighty Erdrick. I speak to thee as well, Prince of Middenhall. Okay. O hero of legend, grant those that walk the path of the Savior thy guidance and protection. Ow, fucking bright. The ritual is complete. May you walk in the light of the goddess. Alright, bye. You can use a nuclear Chimera Wing to do things. I'll see the things on a shortcut. Or I can now take the long walk to go downstairs. I'm gonna take a long walk to go downstairs. A group of magi. Pulls a scrap of paper out, sets it on fire, and throws the burning paper at the enemy. They have very large fingertips. That's true. I'm gonna steal your stuff. A set of Wayfarer clothing. Money. A dog. Woof, woof, woof. Tell me, have you cleansed yourself from the wellspring of the hero? 'Twould be a shame not to do so, having come all this way. Why do you live here? Ah, money. And a seed of wisdom. Ah, yes, the bathwater of the wellspring of the hero. Do I still look tired? Nope, I'm delighted to see him handsome as ever. Heck yeah. Okay, now we can use one of our... God, we're not going to be able to get out of here. We only have one Chimera, or 3 Chimera Wings. There's no way we're going to get to Middenhall with that. Oh, thank God we got lucky. We made it. Well, I guess if he came here to talk to me or my dad, he's probably in the castle. Good jerk. Beloved Danny, and is this not the Princess of Connaught I see at thy side? To what do we owe the pleasure? It's my heckin' house, Dad. Daddles. Ah, then I regret to inform you that Prince Cassiel did return homeward a short while before your coming. He had been first to the wellspring of the hero, and came thence here, I believe. But upon learning that I had sent thee forth to Connaught to deliver tidings of the assault on Moonbrook, he did hasten thence to return home. Care, that bothersome brother of mine. Whether we seek him, he most assuredly is not. Thank you, your majesty. We shall go after him right away. Stay a while and listen. Good, but take care on the road. Thou wilt see to it that thy young cousin comes to no harm, wilt thou not, Nanny? No. Let the masters get her. No, indeed, for it is I who protect Prince Danny, not the other way around. I am greatly reassured to hear it. My cousin the king hath raised a most fearsome young warrioress indeed. Beloved son, I pray that your path... I mean, that is true, yeah. I pray that your path crosses with thy cousin's ere long. When it doth, pray join forces with him and seek out the truth of what is afoot in the land. And then we get into another fight and she just falls into a pile of fluff like a teddy bear in Earthbound. Yeah, get back. I do remember this run around with the prince, at the very least, though. God damn it, he's not here. Prince Danny, lo, it appeareth my son is not with thee. Do you mean to say he is still not returned? But more to the point, dearest daughter mine, wherefore dost thou don such travelling garb? Surely thou hast not been accompanying the prince on his travels? Fret not, father. I was merely helping him find my brother. Is he truly still not returned? He is not. Didst thou not meet with him at the wellspring? He had already left the spring by the time we arrived, and the same was true for Middenhall. Perhaps he has stopped off somewhere along the way. That is worryingly plausible. Well, there's nothing to it. We'll just have to keep searching. Hold a moment, Revia, my dear. Pray enlighten me as to why the prince requireth thine aid in this. Because I have infinite HP. Mayhap I am not my brother's keeper, but I am his sister, and as such I am duty-bound to help anyone who seeks him out. Once brother has been found, I shall return to the peaceful humdrum of princeship, I assure you. Thou wilt return here straight the moment thy brother is discovered. Thou swearest. 'Twill be as if I were never gone. Grumble. Very well, mine apologies, Prince Danny. I trust that my daughter's company will not inconvenience you duly. That's fine. See, he does not resent my company. He delights in it. Now, if you will excuse us, Mummy, Daddy, we have a prince to find. Alright. Well, there's only one place between Middenhall and here. To the left, Wine. Wow, wow, wow. What a pretty pendant. I did not imagine you had a penchant for baubles. It was given to me. It was a gift from Princess Gwaelin to her beloved Erdrick. How romantic! But it fails to explain why it has suddenly begun to glow. ... Triple dot. Well, it hardly matters, I suppose. Finding my brother is the urgent business of the day. See him again. Sleeping. Well, not sleeping, but there he be.
Oh! The very rascal I have been at such pains to find! Your father told me of the terrible news from Moonbrook, and that you journey there to learn the truth. Pray, allow me to accompany you on your expedition. I cannot rightly remain idle while my kin ventures into dangers unknown. What? Why are you?
Because I too heard the news from Moonbrook. That is why I've been helping the prince to find you, that you might venture there together.
Is that so? Then I owe you my thanks. And my apologies.
Accepted. Now let us repair home. We mustn't keep Mother and Father waiting.
It is a pleasure to join your fellowship.
Cassiel joins the party. Yeah, an actual party member. I order the joining forces with the Prince of Canuck.
Though I did not say it, it was a pleasure for me too.
Yeah, sure.
It was almost like being a hero.
We three shall return to the place now. Accessing items in battle. You can rummage around the bottom of the bag, but you have to do things in battle. Also, you can change equipment in there. These are things that exist and cannot be done. Okay, so Cassiel can cast Heal, Sizz, and Poof. Can just make a group of enemies disappear. Heck yeah. No zoom, though, so fair enough. He also can learn Flame Slash, and he can Cop Out. Q. What do you have equipped? Arapia? But the Divine Dagar is stronger. So there you go. I'd rather shield, but a Kai Buckler would be better, but we only have the one. A leather hat, but you can wear a feathered hat, so there you go. Wayfarer's clothing. You can totally wear the shell armor, but you're not gonna. We can give you the leather armor at least. Yes, I'll give it to Cassiel. Wait. And the elevating shoes. I'm not gonna worry about that. Because it's cheating. I don't know. I mean, not really. I don't care though. Anyway. Okay. So let us purchase. I guess 2 Chimera Wings. That way we don't have to immediately buy another one. Oh yeah, by the way, can you tell me, Cassiel, would you like crack? We have given to Cassiel crack. Alright. Chimera Wing. Back to Canuck. I'll buy stuff. Do I have the money still to actually buy something worthwhile? Can't buy that. Could almost buy that. Sorry, if I buy myself the chainmail, I gain 4. Okay, so either way I gain 4, but Cassiel would benefit most by me buying chainmail for Danny. So that's what we shall do. Pretty good. Okay. We buy that by Cassiet, or by Danny that, so that Danny can then just equip the shell armor. I might have done that incredibly wrong, whatever. Will you return? Tell me whatever it is you wanted to tell me.
Father, Mother, I am returned, and find myself most troubled by recent goings-on in Moonbrook.
As do I. Though it is a relief to see thee at last in the company of thy cousin. 1,000 apologies, young Middenhall, for my wayward offspring inconveniencing thee so.
That's fine.
See? Sweet as a sugar plum. I agree. We made a marvelous team.
Allow me to offer mine own apology. If I had only been here.
'Tis of little import now. More pressing matters are at hand. A calamity most foul hath befallen Moonbrook. Thy cousin, Middenhall, bravely ventureth forth to survey that place and rescue the king and princess. Should rescue be possible, I would have thee accompany him on this quest. Lend him thy succor. Prove that blood is a bond that none can tear asunder.
Yes, Father. As scions of mighty Erdrick, naught shall stand in our way.
The road to Moonbrook passeth through Gwaelin's Gate, to the south and west of here. Take with you this parchment, and present it to the guards at the gate. They will grant you passage.
Danny obtains a Gwaelin's Gate pass.
May the goddess go with you.
And with thy spirit.
Brother, I wish you well.
Rivia leaves the party. She takes with her the best equipment. Okay. And with that save, I think we're just going to call it early here because I'm tired. I'm getting sleepy on these. Thank y'all very much for watching. Hope you had fun. Y'all take care. I appreciate you.